Hi everyone. I'm here to talk to you today about Microsoft Outlook. Are your emails out of control and yet you've watched videos on how to organize your inbox, you've watched videos on how to use the different features like rules and flags and categories, and it's just too overwhelming? You're in the right place. Today, we're just going to talk about 3 folders that we're going to create to help you get organized. I'm Sue Viscara, the Digital Declutter Diva. Let's get started. Let's create a strategy that works for you. This is just one example of what is possible. So this is you if your emails are out of control, you're stressed out, you're frustrated, anxious, maybe a little disorganized. You've tried a strategy or two, but it didn't work out. And then what works best for you is you've learned just to keep everything in your inbox. So your inbox serves as your to-do list. So we're actually going to leverage that. We're going to go old school. We're not going to create any rules. We're not going to create any categories. We're not going to do any automation. We're going to try to keep this as simple as possible. Now, if you notice on the side of the screen here, I have a list of folders. You already have your inbox and your deleted items folder as a standard folder that comes with Microsoft Outlook. We're going to add 3 more: delay, documents, and done. We're going to continue using your inbox as today's to-do list. The delay folder is going to be for tomorrow's to-do list. The documents folder is where we're going to use it as a filing cabinet. So any documents that you receive, it's going to be a filing cabinet. Then the last item is done. So any task that you've completed, we're going to go ahead and throw it in the done folder. And anything that you're willing to delete that's gone forever, please put in the deleted folder. So what I want you to think about is creating a strategy for when and how long you're going to focus on emails. We all get emails, and we need to have a system for, are we going to look at it in the morning, at lunchtime, at the end of the day, maybe mid-afternoon? Are we going to give ourselves 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or 30 minutes? It's important to actually purposefully respond to emails. Now, if an urgent email comes in, I highly recommend that you respond immediately. And if you're actually going to send an urgent email to someone else, try to contact them a different way, whatever is appropriate for your situation, whether that is a text or a phone call. There's nothing worse than someone missing your urgent email. And there's also nothing worse than having to look at every single email that comes through to make sure you don't miss the urgent emails. Next, I want you to think about delay. So our delay folder is going to be anything that you do not have sufficient time to complete today. If appropriate, go ahead and send a quick response to the sender so you can acknowledge receipt of the email and let them know, hey, I've got this, I'm working on it, I'll have it to you today, I'll have it to you tomorrow, I'll have it to you at the end of the week. That way you don't leave anyone guessing as to whether or not you received their email and you're taking action. The next folder is documents. So we all receive Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, documents, audio, video, any type of file that you receive. If you just need to file it away, go ahead and move that email to the documents folder. It'll be there for you to look at a later time. The last folder is done. So once you are done with something, if the email came through and you just needed to read it and be informed, you're done. Go ahead and move it to the done folder. If you completed the task already, move it to the done folder. So anything that you may want to look at a future time, but you really don't want to delete, go ahead and put it in the Done folder. I recommend using the deleted folder as much as possible, but I know it can be scary for some people. You'll want to ask your company, if you do work for a company, what their policy is for emptying that deleted items folder. Some companies will empty it in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months. That way you won't have a panic attack when you realize that you have deleted something and you need to go get it again. It's good to know what your safety net is. I have my folders set up: Delay, Documents, and Done. And let me just show you quickly how I move items from my inbox to those folders. So the example of this one is I'm going to go ahead and say I do not need to look at this and do anything with it really. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the Done folder. And then this one, I don't really need to keep this at all. So I can either delete it from here using my delete key on my keyboard. I can use the mouse to click and delete, or I can drag and drop it to the deleted items. Let's go ahead and drag and drop. So with the left mouse click on the button to hold it down, I'm going to hold that down and slowly drag it over to deleted. Once I get deleted, I'm going to drop it there. All right, so then back in my inbox, I have another one. We are going to move this one to Documents. We're going to pretend there is an attached document. I'm going to refer to it later. I'm going to move it to Documents. On this one, let's say My Analytics. I'm going to look at that later this week. Let's say I only look at it on Fridays. I'm going to move it to Delay. That's something I don't need to pay attention to today. So again, anything that's in your inbox that you want to address today, go ahead and leave it in your inbox, but otherwise drag it and drop it into the other folders that you have available to you. Now, if you really want to know the secrets to managing your inbox, I highly recommend learning the following. Use rules to automatically handle specific emails. Use conditional formatting to change the font and the color of emails from a specific sender. Drag and drop emails to your calendar. Just like we drag them to a folder, you can do the same thing with your calendar and your task list. Categorize your email. Create search folders. Add a follow-up flag, or send the email to OneNote. These are all really awesome strategies, but for you at this time, don't worry about it. Just create 3 folders. Allow your inbox to be your main to-do box or your to-do list, and the 3 folders for things that you need to look at later or address later this week. Hang in there, I have one more tip for you. If all of those folders are just too many for you to manage, I encourage you to create one folder, and we're going to just call it Inbox 2. So just like you saw me demonstrate creating new folders in the previous screens here, just create a folder and call it Inbox 2. Anything that you're not really working on or need to look at anytime soon, drag and drop it and put it in Inbox 2. Keep it simple. If that's what you need, I highly recommend just one folder, and we're going to call it Inbox 2. We're all here to help one another. I recommend that you add a comment below and share with us how you use folders to get organized. Share your strategies with us. Help one another out. That's what we're here for. And if you need further assistance from me, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you will see any future emails that I create, or you can contact me directly at sue@sueviscara.com.